Welcome back to another Did You Get It video. This is for lesson 3.3. It's the second video for 3.3. This is going to be going over the two methods of how credit card companies charge you interest if you don't pay your balance in full at the end of the month. The first method is called the unpaid balance method. And that method is you pay interest on any portion of your balance that is not paid at the end of the month. So let's go to Did You Get It number 5. It's at the bottom of page 295 in your workbook. It says, for the month of January, Christina had an unpaid balance of $846.50 from December. Purchases for the month were $532.86 and a payment of $350 was made during the month. If the interest on the unpaid balance is 2% per month, find the finance charge and the balance on February 1st. So the first thing we have to do is find the interest. So the interest is going to be 2% of the unpaid balance when she started January, and that was $846.50. So that's going to be 0.02 times 846.50. And if you multiply that in decimals, you're going to get $16.93. And then the balance on February 1st is going to be equal to the balance on January 1st, which was the $846.50. The interest from that balance, which was $16.93, plus purchases in January, which were $532.86. And then you're going to subtract the payments. So she made payments of $350. So this would be plus, plus, and subtract. And then that comes out to be $1,046.29. Now, the unpaid balance method, you pay interest on the unpaid balance that you end up with at the beginning of the month. And it doesn't matter when the purchase is made during the month, and it doesn't matter when the payments were made. It's just total purchases go toward your balance and total payments get subtracted from your balance. So this would be the new balance on February 1st. Now we're going to look at, did you get it? Number 6, and that's at the top of page 298. And that's going to be using the average daily balance method. And we're going to make kind of a table for this. So the average daily balance method does matter when the balance was from the previous month. It matters when the purchases were, and it matters when the payments were, because everything is based on how long you had this purchase on your credit card, and then you made a payment. So then that took away from your balance. And we have to know how many days that you were at each balance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a table that's on November 1st. And so that is, balance was $937.25. And then that was the balance from October. Okay. And then we're going to have a days column. Okay. So November 4th was the next time something happened, and what happened was it was a purchase. So November 4th, so that's going to be 11/4, and that was purchases, a purchase, and so that was $531.62. So I'm going to keep a running balance of my total, because on 11/1, let's put our days up here, we were at this balance. Okay. And then, so it was at this balance for 11-1, 11-2, 11-3, and then 11-4, you made a new purchase. So it was at the 937.25 for 3 days. And so I'm going to add these two together. So let's go to Desmos so that you can see this. From 937.25 plus 531.62. Oops. Plus 531.62. So now the new balance is 1468.87. And then we're not going to worry about the days for now. Let's just fill in the table and add these on Desmos. So on November 13th, under your dates of 11-4, write a new date that says 11-13. And this is a payment. And that was a payment of 400. So right in here, I'm just going to go ahead and subtract 400. So my new balance on 11-13 is 1,068.87. And then underneath my date, I've got 11-20. And that was more purchases. And those purchases were 89.95. And so I'm going to say add 89.95 to my balance. So my new balance on 11-20 is 1158.82. And then the last time I did something was on 11-28. And that was another payment of $100. So I'm going to subtract 100. So my final balance was 1058.82. Now let's go back to our paper for just a moment so we can organize our thoughts. So you can see here that these are the days that something happened, and these were the balances. So for 3 days, my balance was 937.25. Then on the 4th, I made a purchase. And from the 4th to the 13th, it was this new balance. So we've got the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, 11th, the 12th. So that was 9 days. 13 minus 9, 4. 13 minus 4 is 9. And then I made a payment on the 13th. So it was 1,068.87 from the 13th to the 20th. The 20th minus 13 is 7 days. And then I made more purchases on the 20th. It was 1158.82 from the 20th to the 28th. So that's 8 days. And then on the 28th, I made another payment of $100. So I end with a balance of 1,058.82. And the November has 30 days. So it was at this balance on the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th. So for 3 days. So the days should add to be 30 because November has 30 days. So 10 and 11 is 21.30. So that is correct. So what we need to do is we need to find the average daily balance. And so to do that, we're going to use Desmos because it's going to help us throughout the rest of the semester. And we've done a little bit of using Desmos and tables in Unit 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a table in Unit in Desmos, and this is going to be my X1, and my days are going to be my X2, and it's going to be these are like our weights, the number of days. So we're going to multiply them because we need to get the average daily balance. So I need to take 937.25 for 3 days and add that to 1,468.87 for 9 days, and so on and so forth, and get my total, and then divide by 30 to get my average daily balance. So let's go ahead and do that in Desmos. So in Desmos, I'm going to make a table. I'm going to plus sign in a table, and then I'm going to add my balances. And I'm going to put my days. Okay, And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create another column here, and I'm going to tell it to take X1, and multiply it with Y1. So these are my totals here of all of the 3 days that it was at the first balance, the 9 days at the second balance. That's all of my totals there in X1, Y1. Now, you can have it do the average without actually creating the column, but it's nice to see the values in the column. So I'm going to tell it down here, I'm going to say total that X1 star Y1, and then I'm going to divide it by 30 to get the average. So my average daily balance should be $1,198.69. I'm gonna make a little note here too for all of you too. And then they also wanted us to find the interest and they said that the interest was a 1.9% interest. So that means I'm going to put all this inside this too. So that would be 0.019 times that average daily balance. And so my interest for the month should be $22.78. And so my total ending balance will be my balance at the end of 11/28. So it's not my average daily balance, but my ending balance, which is 1,058.82 plus my interest for my average daily balance. So it should be 1,081.60. And I'm going to take you back to my screen for that. So you can see it all put together on my paper. So here's an average daily balance. Here's my interest on the average daily balance. And then my balance on December 1st is the balance that I ended on, 1,058.82 plus the interest, which is $1,081.60. Catch me back for some more videos on the Did You Get It?